Shalom, shalom, beautiful grim reality part one. Just watching this video lesson that Elder Manatazah has just made recently, like 36 minutes ago. It's on his channel called Jacob Barak 2. I'll post a link in the description during post-production. And elders from the GMS Connecticut camp. And it was a pretty solemn lesson going into the beautiful grim reality that pretty much the whole world, mankind, is going to experience in the near future, starting with you Israelites. And this beautiful grim reality is going to change your lives forever, right? Life as you know it now will never be the same again after thermonuclear destruction. And that's what the video is going into. It's pretty much going into destruction, the plagues, and pretty much how these nukes are about to be let off, right? And you people, you're not remembering the Creator in the days of your youth. That's pursuant to Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, and the first verse on down. I believe it goes along the lines of, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right? And a lot of you people right now in your youth, which is really your grace period, you people are not remembering Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, starting with our people. You walk up and down the street, you pass the camps, you pass the brothers, you pass the videos when you're sitting on your computer with your popcorn, your Doritos, and your chips. You look at the videos and you don't give a damn. You mock it. You mock it. Majority of you people, and rightfully so, because a lot of our people, they ain't gonna make it. You're set up to mock it. But right now, man, in your youth, in the time of your grace period, the time that you're supposed to be repenting and getting right with Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, you people aren't doing it. Well, guess what? You're going to experience the evil days that are ahead. And you're not going to escape it. You're not going to escape it, because the scripture says that the Lord is not a respecter of persons, man. Especially when you did wrong. When it's time for you to get judged, you're going to get judged. And that's what the elder is going into a little bit. And he also touched upon, you shouldn't be listening to these false teachers, these false leaders who are teaching the wrong doctrine, because we're not in the time for that, man. If you understand the seriousness of prophecy and what's going on in the world, shouldn't be listening to these guys, man. These popcorn prophets coming out there teaching you the wrong doctrine, not teaching properly, man. Right? Let me get that. Let me get Acts chapter 10, verse 34. Gentiles hear the good news. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that the Most High is no respecter of persons. But in every nation he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. That's right. So you got to fear the Lord, and you got to work righteousness. You got to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities. Rehearse the righteous act. And a lot of our people, and pretty much all the nations, they don't fear the Lord, and they're not working and bringing forth righteousness, man. You know what they're bringing forth? Equality. Equality, whatever the hell that is. Equality. Equality isn't justice. It isn't righteousness. Justice is what you need, not equality. And I can go on and on about equality, man. Equality don't do us any good. Equality is a joke. It's a joke. All right? Equality will get you killed and will turn your mind inside out, man. But you have to fear the Lord. Right? You got to fear the Lord, and you got to bring forth righteousness. If you don't do those two things, man, the Lord ain't going to respect you. That's why he respected Abraham. That's why he respected Abel. Because they feared Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, and they were working righteous, and the other men of the Lord on down. But mainly those two, Abel and Abraham. Okay? And he respected them. You can go back into Genesis 4. Go read it, man. The Lord, he respected Abel's offering, and he didn't respect Cain's. You know why? because Abel had fear and he was righteous. So those are the only people that the Lord is going to respect. And that's the elect. Because the elect fears. Even when the elect goes off, they're thinking about it. Damn, I just went off. Fuck. You know, them demons jumped on you. Damn, fuck, I got to repent. I got to go on a fast now. You know, you hit them prayers up. You light that incense. Because you know the severity of you going against the Heavenly Father and trespassing Him and breaking His law. You know the severity behind that. You know you're going to get judged. Right? But a majority of people out here, they ain't doing that. Walking up and down. And that's why I quoted Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1, man. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth. A lot of you people ain't doing that. You know what you're doing in the times of your youth? Living it up. So-called living it up. You only live once. Partying, doing drugs, doing stupid shit, wasting your time, playing video games all day, drinking, smoking, doing nothing with your time, wasting your life. Majority of you people out here. Or if you're not doing those things, what do? You just work to pay your bills, work to pay your mortgage, work to buy a house and give it to your rotten little kids that don't give a shit about it anyway. Right? But anyways, man, I'm going to get some nuke scriptures because the elder showed a video about thermonuclear destruction, man. Let me get Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. I love this one. Final admonition. Final admonition. Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. Final admonition. You know what that means? Final warning. And that's what the prophet was doing. The elder prophet here. Giving you a warning. That's what you're supposed to do in these videos. That's what you're supposed to do when you teach. You're supposed to warn the people. That's what the prophets do. They say things before it happens. Why is that? Because the Lord is telling you that He's going to judge you if you don't get right. That's why the prophets are there. That's what they were created for, to warn you. So Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. That's right. And he ain't talking about that oven that you have in your house. That 500-degree oven that you bake bread in. Okay? You bake a cake. You bake some turkey. Because that's what you people are getting ready to do, right? December's coming up. Now we got Christmas. You got all these Black Friday deals. So you guys are getting prepared for Christmas. Gonna bake a nice turkey. Gonna bake a chicken. Bake some oxtails. But that's not the type of oven that this scripture is talking about. It's talking about a thermonuclear oven. And all the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's the type of oven it's talking about. So this oven is going to melt everything inside, including you, including your kids, including your babies, everything that you own, everything that you see around you. Because everything is composed of elements, right? So anyways, it says, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubbled. And there's a lot of proud people on this earth, man. Starting with you tribes, and also starting with the so-called white man. He's the proudest of all. Easy-E, the devil, a.k.a. Easy-E, Esau, Edom, Idumea. He's proud as hell. Starting with the head tribe of Idumea, which is Amalek. Because you're in the news. Netanyahu, you got the audacity to say, oh yeah, I'm going to fulfill Isaiah chapter 60, verse 18. Or 16, whatever the hell you quoted. About how all violence in the land is going to cease. You're going to fulfill that prophecy. Good luck. That's a big, bold statement. You know who's going to do that? Yahushai. He's going to do that. Because he's going to usher in the kingdom of heaven. And guess what? Nobody's going to do any violence. Nobody's going to do any killing. And all these kings, all these nations, even you wicked 2/3, you're going to be under subjection under Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Well, 2/3 are going to die, but you know what I mean. Right? But you nations, you're going to be under us, man. Netanyahu, you ain't going to do shit. All right? You ain't going to do shit. You're just going to make things worse. What do I mean by worse? That beautiful, grim reality. Because Israel is in the epicenter of the world. right? You're in the middle of all the commotion. You're really starting all the problems. You're just going to make things worse, buddy. Things are only going to escalate, and it's going to make World War III hotter. The hell are you talking about? Okay, just keep playing politician, man. Stay out of the scriptures, man. Just stay out of the scriptures, man. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of armies. That's right, burn them up. That's right, burn them up. That's self-explanatory. You're going to get burnt up, man. That it shall leave them neither root nor branch. That's right, everything's going to be burnt up. Your posterity, your children, right? Because you people think that life is just going to go on and on and on. Psalms chapter 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, from generation unto generation. Briefly paraphrasing. That's what you believe, right? You believe that, man. You believe you're going to go on till the year 2300. You're gonna explore space like these video games, Starfield and Mass Effect. You're gonna explore the cosmoses. That's for you. But that the Bible doesn't say that. All right, so that's one script. That's one precept I got. That's one precept. Let's go to Second Peter's, man. Second Peter's chapter 3 verse 10. This is Second Peter's chapter 3 verse 10. And it says, a new heaven and a new earth. And that's what we're looking forward to, a new heaven and a new earth. And that's also a part of the beautiful, grim reality. Because when these nukes hit and it destroys this place, it's actually going to purify this place and it's going to make the earth beautiful. It will. According to the scriptures, all right? So anyways, it says here, excuse me, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Oh yeah, and it will. Because that's when a thief comes. He comes in the night. And he comes when your guard is down. He comes when you're in your bed, you're sleeping. And you think everything's dandy and safe. That's how the Lord is coming, man. He's gonna come when you least expect. When you think everything's good. In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Yeah. So yeah, all that noise, all that great noise, the missile's gonna drop, boom, sonic booms breaking sound barriers, blowing things up, boom, right? That destroying wind that comes with the elements melting. Because everything's composed of elements. Can't stress that enough. When you go into the periodic timetable chart, the chemistry chart, everything is composed of elements. You're composed of elements. Everything that you interact with has elements in it. So everything that has elements will melt. With fervent heat, that fervent heat is fervent, man. 1,000,000 degree temperature. That's heat you've never experienced before. You're going to be so on fire that you're not even going to know it. I don't even, that's not the best way to say it. You're going to be so on fire. It's going to be so excruciating to the point where you're going to think you're not on fire, but you're in just so much pain, man. It's going to be pain magnified by 1,000. That's so, yeah, man, that shows you the Lord is not a respecter of person. He wants you to burn up so bad, man. He wants you to get burnt up so bad. That's serious. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up, everything. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and good godliness? Yeah, so yeah, you're supposed to be involved in these scriptures, man. Supposed to be praying, fasting, meditating, doing lessons, doing videos, repenting, right? Praying for brothers, praying for the body, praying for the elect, praying so the Lord can get the leaven out of you, keeping off that old man. Hey, man, because this flesh, this flesh is a bitch for, excuse my language, this flesh is very, 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 very annoying, and it's very toxic. And those old habits of the old man, it will try to come back on you, man, if you don't stay circumspect. You don't check yourself, right? You don't do that. Verse 12, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's right. That's what we're looking for, because after this destruction, that means we're going to get the kingdom of heaven. And this place isn't going to be polluted by you heathens anymore. We're not going to have all these damn Wi-Fi towers, man. You're going to have spiritual power. You don't need Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. The hell is that, man? Telephones. You know, you're going to be reading people's minds. That's what we're going to get. The Panama Canal. All these oil spills, man. Globalization. Trade and commerce. NAFTA. European Union. Right? All these trade unions out there, man. G20 summit. Summit to what, man? What have you people fucking changed, man? You know, oh yeah, we got the solution. We're going to come together and put our minds together. And it just gets worse every year. Same old rhetoric, man. We're going to change it. We're going to make things good. It just gets worse. Right? Just gets worse. Damn, man. But yeah, we're looking forward to the kingdom of heaven and a new earth. And a new earth is going to happen. A clean earth. Clean earth. Now let's get Revelation. So many precepts, man. Revelation. Let's get Revelation 6. Revelation 6. 15. I believe. Yeah, here we go. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Yeah, nuclear destruction. That's what it's talking about. Shaken up. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. That's right. You know, it says heaven departed as a scroll. That's talking about mushroom clouds. Boom. You know, when a bomb drops, you see that mushroom cloud. You're going to see multiple mushroom clouds in that day. Big, multiple big mushroom clouds all over the earth. Wherever these nukes hit, mushroom clouds all over the place. And you know what mushroom clouds come with? Nuclear radiation, nuclear fallout. In order to go outside, you need a hazmat suit. That's messed up. Which a majority of you people, you don't have. You don't have that shit. Can't afford it. A lot of you people are just living to pay your mortgage, check by check. And a lot of you people that can't afford it, you don't give a damn. Instead you spend money on your wine cellar. You stupid people. You stupid people, man. But yeah, that's what it comes with. Nuclear fallout, nuclear radiation. When it is rolled together and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Yeah, and that's what it's going to do. It's going to make so much, it's going to cause a great big earthquake where it's going to move all these islands out of place. Islands like Jamaica where you wicked ass Benjamites live. You wicked Benjamites, man. And a lot of you Benjamites too. You're caught up into Freemasonry, into witchcraft and obeah. Mosai is going to judge you too. Right? Mosai is going to judge you, jack your ass up. You Benjamites, man. You stupid Benjamites, man. You stupid Puerto Ricans. All you tribes that live on the islands, man. You Haitians, man. You Trinidadians, too. You wicked-ass Trinidadians. You're going to get jacked up, man. Jacked up. I don't have a problem with Benjamites either, you know. Come from a Benjamite household, too. But some of you guys are just stupid, man. Just stupid. Just stupid Benjamites, man. Verse 15, and the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Yeah, going into your doomsday preppers. And also the kings of the earth also, you know what I mean? Like the elites of the earth, you know, rich men, obviously businessmen. But like also you doomsday preppers. Because these are what you call doomsday bunkers. And the elites, they have prepared doomsday bunkers for the end times. And you ordinary people, you can go on the history channel. You can watch Doomsday Preppers. I believe there's a series. Forgot how many seasons, but there's a series. You got Canadian Prepper too. That guy has a channel. I don't know if he's a Jake. I don't know. Might be a tear, but he has a channel, and he tries to prepare and store up food. But guess what? Doesn't matter how much you prepare, man. You're still gonna get jacked up. The only people that are gonna come out of this destruction alive is really the elect, and pretty much the elites, pursuant to Psalms 149, to bind up their kings and nobles in chains, man. But yeah, they have their shelters, their doomsday shelters. Verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. And that's a part of a beautiful grim reality too. The wrath of the Lamb. Who's the Lamb? Do you know who the Lamb is? The unblemished Lamb? That's talking about Yahushai. The wrath of the Lamb. That's right. So it's better to be a lamb than a goat, because he ain't coming back as a goat. He's coming back as a lamb. Everybody likes to be the goat. Oh, I'm the goat. Greatest of all time. No, what about being the lamb? What about the wrath of the Lamb? The Lamb died on the cross and he's furious. You know, he died docile. He died humble and meek. But he was upset about that. Don't forget about the Lamb. Yo, the Lamb is just as fierce, or even worse. Everybody wants to be the goat, but what about the Lamb? So that's who's coming back. That's Yahushua and the angels, man. And that's who these elites are going to be hiding from. They're going to wish they've never been born, because that's their ass. That's the reign of Yahushua and the Israelites. Verse 17, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? And nobody's going to stand. Everybody's going to sit down. Everybody's going to sit down and know their place. And that's the problem with this world. A majority of you people, you don't know your place. You people don't know your place. You're doing all types of folly, man. All types of folly. This place is out of order. Anyways, let's move on, man. What else do I got? I can go all day. I can go all day with these scriptures, man. Let's get Joel 3. Joel 3, man. Let's get Joel chapter 3. And I'm going to start at verse 9. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Going into World War III, man. Okay, and that's what they're preparing for war. World War III. All their mighty men. That's what they're doing. And like I said in the beginning of the video, the world stage is set. Everybody's in place to go to war with each other. You're seeing that. You're seeing that. It's only a matter of time that America goes against Iran or vice versa. However it plays out, man. It's only a matter of time. But the world stage is being set for war. And a lot of these nations that were weak, they're not weak anymore. About 20 to 30 years ago, a little bit more than that, like 20 to 40 years ago, we had these weaker nations, man. They sacrificed a lot. They sacrificed feeding their people, and they put all their money into their military. That's what this is going into. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. A lot of these nations, man, they took everything out of their agriculture They're farming. They took all that money and they put it into their military. You can go back into history, man. You can go into what Stalin did back in I believe it was what the 30s or 50s. I think it was the 30s or the 50s. I forget the time, but I remember he got rid of the kulaks, man. That was the farming class. He got rid of them, and then he allowed the state to take over the farming so it can become more centralized. Right? He got rid of that actual branch of society. He got rid of the farming class. Right? And he made it more centralized. He took all the money and then he made weapons. Right? Made weapons. And then I believe he called that the 5-year plan. He murdered millions of people, man. And that brought forth what? The Holodomor famines and all that stuff. And that was what? To build up the military, to make Russia a superpower. Great. That's why they got a lot of weapons today. It started off with that guy. Right? It's really started off with Stalin, man. And a lot of nations been doing that. Going into North Korea, right? Pakistan, you name it, all these other countries, man. These especially the weaker nations. Right? So anyways, I already spoke on that. So it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. Yeah, the weak countries. Right, so I just mentioned a couple of them. All right, so let's go into Nahum 3. Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Let's see. Yeah, so Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. This place is full of blood. It's a very bloody city. Very bloody. Rape, robbery, and murder. That's what took place on America, North America especially, and Canada. And remember, man, Canada had slaves going back into the 1700s, I believe. They have slave history over here. And then also you you stole this land from the Gadites and the northern tribes, the indigenous tribes. You stole it. That's why this is really a de facto government. That's a lie, man. It's a de facto government. So this is stolen land. So much history. The prey departeth not. The noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. And that's what you hear over here in Babylon the Great. The traffic, man, on the highways, on these roads, these motorways, all these cars going up and down these buses, man, wheels squealing. These horns, beep, 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 speeding, vroom, right? Verse 3, the horsemen lifted up both, oops, my bad. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. Yeah. And ultimately that's going to happen with destruction. A beautiful, grim reality, as the elder was speaking about. And that's what that sword is going to do. That glittering sword, that glittering spear, that bright sword and glittering spear. It's talking about an ICBM, because they can take out a multitude of people. They target certain dense populated cities, like New York, especially New York, man. And that's where the prophets are. The bulk of the prophets. The bulk of the prophets in New York. That shows you New York's a very wicked place, man. The Big Apple. Well, guess what? The Lord's going to turn the Big Apple into cider in that day. He's going to juice it. He's going to juice it with these ICBMs. So you got New York, got Atlanta, that place full of moles. Got Texas, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. All them big cities, man. LA. Okay? Toronto. That's right. Toronto's going to get jacked up too. Toronto's going to get jacked up. And that's thus saith the Bible, man. But many, many more cities. And that's how a multitude is going to be slain. by these missiles hitting this place and wiping people out. Verse 4, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. Who's that going into? That's going into America. That well-favored harlot. You can go into Revelation, the 17th chapter. And she's a whore, man. She likes to get down, likes to open her legs, likes to spread it open, bust it wide open for you. That's why the scripture says the kings have committed fornication with her. Right? So that really goes into business, trade, things like that. Well, yeah, she likes to bust it wide open and sleep with everybody and give everybody diseases, because that's what you're going to get, man. When you do business with America, it pollutes your people, pollutes the way of life, pollutes the earth. That's why these other nations, when they did business with America and are still doing business with America, they get angry, man. Raging, getting angry. Because in order for you to do business with America, you have to follow their ways. You want foreign aid? You gotta accept sodomy. If you want aid, you gotta give women's rights. What do those things give you? Chaos, man. That's why you heathens are mad. So anyways, it says the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft. That's right, she's a witch. Witchcrafts. They follow all of the philosophies of all the old ancient kingdoms. They follow every single pagan custom, every single pagan doctrine and philosophy. They do it over here in America. You want to go into ancient black magic of the Druids? They got it over here in America. You want to be a Freemason? They got it over here in America. And they do it bigger over here, I believe, man. Probably. All right? Witchcrafts, man. And you know, Masonry is witchcraft, man. Go into the writings of Albert Pike. He said, Masonry is nothing but witchcraft. I remember that quote, man. I remember Elder Jeremiah read that. I remember reading that book with him. He quoted, I'm like, holy shit, this is serious. But even Albert Pike, which he's a racist, he's a serious guy. He was very wicked. And he brought that out, man. So that's nothing but witchcraft. And a lot of you tribes, you're caught up into that, man. And you're going to get a brutal fucking death, man. You see you tribes, man, you that are into witchcraft, you're going to get a brutal death. A brutal death. And we're going to be there to watch it, pursuing to Revelation chapter 15, verse 1 on down. The sea and glass, Lord willing, I be there. I'm going to watch you get blown up, man. And we're going to have the scope on you. We're going to see you. Look at that nigga. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, yeah, he was into witchcraft. Just getting irradiated, man. Look at that, getting burnt to a crisp. That selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I'm against thee, saith Yahweh of armies. So it said the Lord in capital letters, so you know that means Yahweh. So he's basically saying, look, I, Yahweh, am against you. Move, man. I am against you. I am against you. So if the Lord's against you, there's nothing you can do. You're going down. And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. You know how they're going to do it? You know how the Lord is going to do that? When this place gets bombed up, it's going to be broadcasted through those satellites. Everybody's going to see your destruction. Everybody's going to see your shame. Going into Isaiah the 14th chapter 2. Have you become as weak as we? Huh? Right? Yo, you guys are going down. Yeah, man. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. God damn, everybody's looking at you, shaking their heads. Some are going to be laughing. Some are going to be crying. Some are just going to be in shock. I can't believe America went out like this. Can't believe Canada went out like this. They have the greatest military in the world. You're done, man. Mosai's going to finish you. So with that, Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwame Ashala, and Abba Ball. Shalom.